Thank you, Jerome. Thank you, Sandy. And I also want to give a big shout out to the Asians that were fighting the white supremacists in Huntington Beach today. They put on a big show, not even a show, a good fight. And this just shows us that as Asians, we've been fighting racism for 150 years in this country. But that model minority lie, it erases our history. Japanese Americans had uprisings in the internment camps when their people went missing. Vietnamese fishermen took on the KKK in Texas and won. Asians joined the civil rights movement in solidarity with black and brown communities to put an end to discrimination, segregation, and have teachers teach ethnic studies on college campuses. And another shout out to all those Asians in Huntington Beach and all those Asians fighting white supremacy even before the news of these hate crimes started trending in the media. But when we just started to see the number of reports grow, we started mobilizing. Groups like Asians with Attitudes and Compassion and SGV started organizing to look after our elders. Recently, the Progressive Asian Network for Action started the Neighborhood Safety Companions program. We organized walks to Koreatown to deter attacks and be good witnesses. But it's not just street violence that's killing us. We need to acknowledge that historically, Asian Americans have faced a spectrum of violence, not just individual attacks on the streets, but large-scale violence due to corporate greed. Today in SoCal, over 120 elders are dead from COVID-19 at 2 Japanese American skilled nursing facilities because the owners, Pacifica Companies, is only interested in profits and fail to protect Japanese American seniors. One of these facilities is in Gardena. In Boyle Heights, Pacifica is trying to close down the only Japanese bilingual bicultural intermediate care facility in the country to convert it to market rate apartments. They're even proposing to evict 60 Japanese American seniors, mostly in their 90s and 100s, to one of the facilities that is #1 in COVID-19 deaths west of the Mississippi. If that proposal is approved, then that's like a death sentence to them. But with our allies, we're fighting back. Assembly members Alvaro Succi and Miguel Santiago wrote AB 279 to keep our seniors from getting evicted during a pandemic. The indigenous community in Boyle Heights is in support of this effort because they understand that this is part of the fight against gentrification in their community. Other senior rights organizations are also supporting this effort. We hope you do the same by supporting Save Our Seniors Network, the main group leading this fight. We can defeat this violence by standing up together to fight it, not by advocating increased policing that brings harm to our black and brown communities, but by creating new alternative models of community-based security that demonstrates solidarity and action. We must unite against racism in all communities, but also combat white supremacy as a systemic problem that runs from the streets to the highest levels of economic and political power. We must organize our communities to win healthcare and education for all, housing justice and environmental justice. To all you Asians out there, say you're proud of who you are. Tell the haters to back up and just remember,